does Daniel Levy deserve more credit for what he's done at Spurs? That's the conversation we're having this morning. Lee is a Spurs fan. Good morning to you, Lee.
Morning, Lee.
Hello, lads. You all right?
Yeah,
brilliant,
very
mate.
good.
Top
Look,
form.
we were singing the praises of Daniel Levy, but I think you think differently.
Yeah, look, lads, I don't know what you boys have had in your cornflakes this morning, but brilliant off the pitch. I've got to give credit to him. Off the pitch, businessman. Thanks for the stadium. You've done great. The training ground, brilliant, right? You've done great, right? On the pitch, do you know how us fans feel? We go all the time, right? We love our club. We've won one Carling Cup trophy since he's been there. He's been there 23 years, right? How would Ali feel, Rangers, if that was the other way round? No way would you be having that. We're not having that. Right? You're forgetting that during COVID, Levy wanted to furlough and pay the government to pay for the staff, right? Levy wanted to join the Super Six or whatever it was called. That was pure money reasons, okay? You forget all this. He sacked 14 managers, 15 managers we've been through. What is it? All their fault, is it? It's not their fault. It's down to one person, Daniel Levy. We need success on the pitch. That's why we go. That's why us fans love our football, okay? We love our football on the pitch. Success on the pitch. One trophy in 23 years since he's been there is not good enough.
Lee, stay there for a moment. Let's hear from Chris, who's another Spurs
Lovely,
fan.
Lee.
Chris, do you agree? Do you agree with Lee? Are you frustrated by Daniel Levy?
I'm frustrated, but lovely to talk to you, by the way, because I've never been on the breakfast. I totally understand where he's coming from, but if you ask me, right, Levy's pandered a lot. I'm there every week. I cannot stand the Levy out comments. Last season, it was driving me nuts. I'd turn around to the bloke next to me and say, so if you want him out, who do you want in? And he turned around and said, I don't know. What are you waiting for? A billionaire from Saudi or Scotland, Ali McCoist or something like that. What are you actually waiting for to happen, right? Off the pitch, yeah, he's done wonders for our club. We've got a beautiful stadium. We've got the right manager now, and he pandered to each time it was Levy out. Oh God, I better get someone in quick. So he gets Conte, he gets Mourinho. He kind of got what the fans asked for, and then all of a sudden everything's Levy out. But the passion of Lee, I completely understand, because we want trophies, we want all this, but I can't do with it. The animosity as Spurs fans sometimes towards something that I think they know nothing about. I think they're just shouting, leave it. Yeah, brilliant. Who are we getting in?
Chris, look, thank you very much for that. Lee, one thing I would say to you is you cannot compare Rangers winning trophies in Scotland, with all due respect, Coisty, to Spurs in the Premier League, because the competition is just so much tougher.
Yeah, I understand that, but we're losing finals. He sacked Jose Mourinho before a final. We're in desperate need of a trophy, and you sack...
Wouldn't you rather have Ange Postecoglou in charge now than Jose Mourinho?
But he's got a point. I'll never understand why Mourinho was sacked before that final, mate. You carry on.
You just don't do that. As a chairman or an owner of a club, you don't sack a manager just before a final. That was purely because of contract reasons, because he can extend his contract or a bonus. That's all that was. So why don't you start thinking about on the pitch for a change, okay? You've done your bit off the pitch. Start thinking about us fans that made the club. Think of us for a change, please.
Lee, thanks very much indeed.
Brilliant, boys.
Points well made, mate.
Loved that.
Let's move on, shall we? Because Six Nations Championship gets underway this weekend. Gets underway actually on Friday night. England kick off their campaign in Rome on Saturday. Three-time winner, former captain Courtney Lawes, retired from England duty after the World Cup, and he's part of the Times top team for the tournament. In his first column, Courtney's written about new skipper Jamie George, Owen Farrell's absence, and watching from afar. Courtney, very good morning to you.
Courtney, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Very well. How are you?
We're in good form, mate. Listen, I'm looking at the newspaper this morning. Marcus Smith. I mean, I thought the English lads had a terrific World Cup. I've got to say, when the pressure was right on them, they probably could have and should have got to the final. But I'm looking at it just now. Obviously mentioned no Owen Farrell. Marcus Smith's been injured. The changes in the back line, obviously Ben Young and Johnny May's away. Tulagi's got a groin. Marchant and Arundel away to France. I mean, surely there's serious problems there.
Look, it's a big change, but there's some serious performers in the Prem this season. I think it's about time they got an opportunity to go and make a stamp on their respective positions. And I'm really happy they got an opportunity to do that.
I mean, in terms of the start for England, like you would cherry pick this, wouldn't you? Even if you got injuries, away in Italy, it's the ideal start, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, you can never take a team for granted, especially nowadays. We know what happened to Wales a couple of years ago. But in terms of the competition out there, you would certainly pick Italy to start with and get your team up and running, and maybe find out a couple of different positions, try out a couple of different things.
Courtney, the talk of the World Cup obviously was the favourites, perhaps France and Ireland, obviously didn't come to fruition. Was this just a wee reminder about the Southern Hemisphere teams? They've still got a wee bit to go.
I think so. Definitely in terms of them kind of final experience. New Zealand, South Africa know how to win. Under the most pressure on the biggest stage. And that's something we as Northern Hemisphere teams definitely need to aspire to and start to recreate, really.
So what sort of qualities do you think, Courtney, that will Jamie George bring to international captaincy?
Look, he's in terms of work rate players, he is one of the fittest players I've ever played with. He's class. He's always positive, and that's huge for a skipper. And now he's incredibly experienced, as well as being one of, if not the best set piece hooker in the world. So he's got plenty of quality, plenty of experience, and he can really lead from the front.
I was going to ask you, Courtney, just getting away from it ever so slightly, I've been raving about it. I think I've got one to go. I think I said it this morning, I've seen them all, but I haven't. I think I've got one to go. The Netflix series on the Six Nations. I don't know if you've seen it, mate, but I can tell you right now, I think it's a brilliant watch. What an education, seeing all the different squads and their home environment, preparation and all that. Have you seen it at all?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of it. I think it's great for the game. Obviously, we want to give people an insight into how life is in camp and what we kind of get up to and hopefully grow the game from there. So I think it's fantastic and hopefully it continues.
Courtney, take your England cap off. The tournament gets underway on Friday at the Stade de France against Ireland. Does the winner of that take the title?
I don't think so necessarily. Obviously it's a great way to kick off the tournament, and it's going to be a fantastic game and spectacle. So I'm certainly going to be watching, but I don't think it necessarily defines who's going to win the competition at the end. But it will give us a good idea of which one of them two teams is going to be sitting pretty.
How do you think Ireland can cope without Johnny Sexton?
I think they've done really well in bringing young players through, and I'm sure they've got plenty of players who can step up and do their part to try and fill them shoes. And then it's on the players around, the other leaders around the team to step up and try and fill the rest of that void.
TalkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the TalkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. TalkSPORT.